as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Flush to his right. This will be caught at about the 5. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
I love the durability of Kyle Rudolph. He hasn't missed a game for the Vikings since 2014. Always on the field. Always.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Excellent start there. Season big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Rodgers. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
Now the man from UTEP. This is Aaron Jones. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Vikings 7, Packers 0.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. A dump underneath to Jones. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
It's a gain of 4 there and gives them a new set of downs.
You know, it was tough for them to stand on the sidelines and watch the other team take it downfield and score, wasn't it? So they knew when they got on the field, it's on them. Pick up 1st downs, get downfield and score. How about them picking up that 3rd and short?
I was just going to say, you and I were talking before the game, those 3rd down conversions are going to be huge in this one. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this open. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. The 40, he's at the 30, past the 20, 10, and they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that'll make the score 14-0. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just...
And caught out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Cousins now after the fumble recovery. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
That's good for a Vikings
First down. Here's Cousins. Flushed out right. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Right back to him for 10 more and a first. From the gun, here's Cousins. Yeah, he's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this? And the ball is knocked out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 39 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they got a tough time through the first two quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. There, call it the 26. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Cousins on first down. Complete. Jefferson the target. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Play fake. Cousins. Rolling to his right. He'll run it. And he's brought down. So we've reached halftime here. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. On third and long, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
But coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
first and 10.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. Second and 5. Again, it's Cook. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Cousins now to throw on first down. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a...
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And this offense continues to pour it on. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done. It's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Now this will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
That catch good for 5. It's third down.
5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings.
What part do they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17.
As the tight end position continues to grow in importance and gain respect, you understand even more why the Vikings selected Irv Smith out of Alabama in 2019 in the second round. They already had a big-time tight end in Kyle Rudolph, but now with Smith...
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Dean Lowry able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Second and goal at the Packers' 5-yard line.
Second down and goal. Cousins. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the... and he finds himself open. For an easy touchdown.
We are through three quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
There's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. Now the ball comes loose, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
A gain of 10 yards.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
1 yard gain.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he just danced away from that one defender on his way to a gain of about 7 yards.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra.
And he'll take this into the end down. So let's see what this is about.
Pushing foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it's polished off by a Viking score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. On 1st down, Rodgers. That's complete to the former Aggie Jay Sternberger. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. It's caught by Funchess. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Working with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37. And again, it's Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, but it looked like a Packer. Yeah, a Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. He's going to let it fly. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They start the drive with Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Dalvin Cook, the ball carrier. Adrian Amos on the tackle. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. The players on. Quickly upgrade your team at the end of each game. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Start your week by installing your game plan.
Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had 2 necks. I got homies that can sleep without 2. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Come pop it for me, cause I'm rich and poppin' in. Yeah, drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Cha-cha macha with it, rockin' black clothes. Whip around that Batmobile, ducking 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, lil' bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit. Let me feel
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Indianapolis Colts. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here.
The debate about Kirk Cousins continues to rage both among Vikings fans and fans around the league. But when you look at his numbers, you think this is one of the better quarterbacks in the league. Last year broke a string of 4 straight 4,000-yard passing years with the emergence of Dalvin Cook in the backfield. So while touchdown passes, just 6 interceptions, now he just got to develop.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Jabal Sheard wreaking the defensive havoc.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
The throw over the middle taken in. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
At their own 5-yard line.
Marlon Mack, his first carry of the game. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9. Rivers in trouble in the book. And it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and
and
now to have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Cousins now from the 50. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
5-yard pickup on the play.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And a safety the last go-around. That's how we arrived at this 2-0 score. See if they can respond. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Following the interception, Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings.
Complete to number 19.
Adam Thielen. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. A look at the numbers for Mack from last week. 20 carries, 75 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. The rookie Jeff Gladney picks it. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Cousins gets this one out wide quickly. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
A gain of 19 yards.
Well, the evidence is once again presented why he was such a top target at LSU. And Justin Jefferson carrying that over to the NFL. He's what a lot of people call a natural pass catcher. What I love about him is his ability to play the ball in the air, and at the moment of truth, go up and take it from a defensive back. This guy is smooth.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one incomplete. Justin Jefferson, the rookie, his intended receiver. Third down here. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Eluding the pressure right. And the Vikings are in for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And it's 15-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And a 9-yard run on the end of it.
Nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Rodgers on the return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Rivers on the money, complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a first down. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. That's into the hands of Pascal. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
To the air again here, Rivers. Campbell making the catch. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity of the ball game. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. He completes this one to Mack. Mack gets hit and the ball is free. And the Vikings pick up the football. He's got daylight. 30, the 20. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings.
Dan Bailey running.
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Rodgers on the return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Colts take over 1st and 10.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Third quarter starts with a run by Mack. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. Play action now. Rivers. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return. A scoop and score for the Vikings. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Rodgers on the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 26.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
This will be fielded at the 17. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. So here are the Vikings to take over. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they're on the heels of that nice win last week over the Packers. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
Second and 10.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's a gain of
excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards. They'll throw again. Cousins under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. 2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover. Flush to his right. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. They went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3-and-out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Rivers on 3rd and 2. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 55 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Working out of the gun, Rivers. This goes to Mack on the check down. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Rivers hands this one to Mack. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
3rd and short yardage, Rivers. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Forced out to his touchdown, Colts.
I'd have to say we're all a little bit surprised there because at his age, with his speed, or should I say lack thereof, the only rushing touchdowns I would expect are on quarterback sneaks, but here he found all of his guys covered. He said, why not? And by the way, if that doesn't fire up your team to see the veteran like that risking his body for the touchdown, I don't know what will.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
Minnesota.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
This will make it into the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
It's an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 33 and a first. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency. And
someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give up about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. Damn, Kane, you done killed Abel. Unbalanced land, trying to keep the people stable. The way I feel, I might it all up. The way you feel, you might do it for the bug. All black, born to be a rebel. After this, I might.
Take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Start your week by installing your game plan.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give up about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. Never play by the rules, guess I'm paying my dues. They gon' try to intrude, poison the multitude. They be quick to accuse, when you got different views. Just know you gon' pay the price, based off the item you choose. Touching the culture, hit you with MK Ultra. I knew you was a vulture, Holy Ghost get the ushers. No, I can't trust you. Shock you, then now you fluster. Crashing down, I was cluttered. Doing this so subtle, fumbling out through the rubble. Remember this a jungle, the top I was gonna get something. The middle gotta stay hunting. Why the rush left with nothing? 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 Agitated illusion, only built for confusion. The institution, modern day execution. Think I know the solution. Maybe not shit I do. Just put it in the music. Just put it in the music. Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Tennessee Titans, and he'll be tackled just shy of the 25, and the Minnesota Vikings. Under center for the Vikings, out comes the former Michigan State Spartan and longtime veteran Kirk Cousins.
leadership skills apparent early in his life, carried over not just in high school but in college, where he was a 3-time captain of the Michigan State Spartans and learned the art of the comeback early in his career there, and actually capped off his career with a big comeback in a bowl game before going off to the NFL.
The numbers a week ago for Cook. 8 carries, 79 yards, and a touchdown.
They've won 2 straight games and have done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners. And the running back position just continues to evolve from what I saw as a youngster when you just took the ball from the quarterback and ran as far as you could. Nowadays, you've got to be able to catch the ball as well. And there were 15 running backs last season, partner, that ran for over 1,000 yards, but only 3 had 500 or more receiving yards as well. Leonard Fournette with Jacksonville, Christian McCaffrey, of course, with Carolina, and this guy right here, Dalvin Cook.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. Back deep, Adoree Jackson. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
At their own 8-yard line.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
He's brought down.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 14 carries, 59 yards.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
Anthony Barr brought him down. A gain of 7. 1st down, Tennessee.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Derrick Henry on the carry.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
At the 28-yard line.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And this one complete to Smith. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. He's at the 40. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A huge play there. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph. 43 yards. We're scoreless after 1.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
1st down. Here's Cousins. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catch.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Wilson on the return. The Titans take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And Henry's hit. He lost lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings. Oftentimes you say some guys have a knack for creating turnovers. He forced a fumble last week. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And this belongs to the Vikings.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The return man, Wilson. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
On the return, the Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they?
Brings up 2nd and 7.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10. It's caught, Smith. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 28 yards. The first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Got a man. It's Brown. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. Throwing again is Tannehill. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Again, Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Tannehill throwing again. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he takes this down to about out of bounds. The catch good for 6 yards. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Only a yard yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
19-yard attempt.
Joseph's got it. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. Now this will make it into the end zone. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
And they got the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Now this will make it into the end zone. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with Henry. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Complete. It's Henry. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 46-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Tannehill. This will be caught by Brown. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 33. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And down to the 19-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
And the Titans' 1st down.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. 8 yards to go on second down. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the fourth quarter. On second down, here's Henry. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
On third down, Henry. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They snap it to Tannehill. This is caught. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Adam Humphries, his second touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
On first down, it's Cook. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Again, it's Cook. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Throwing here, Cousins. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kyle Rudolph, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Now it's Wilson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It's beginning to look like a 2nd straight loss following the win in the opener as they trail by a bunch here in the 4th quarter, starting out this drive 1st and 10. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Tannehill now to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. From the 50, it's Tannehill.
Well, that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive line, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Tannehill. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Goes underneath for Henry. That catch good for only a couple. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Looking to throw again on second down. Tannehill, and caught by Henry. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a third down. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. To the air again, Tannehill. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Minnesota, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on...
Guys, week 4 coming soon.
Out of the draft, watching me ball. Soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them all, breaking them all, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne.